product, and Ford has been good to us in the past. We put a lot of miles on our vehicles, and they hold up for us, Joe.
And it was a long time ago, Mark, but you're still buying Ford trucks from Alexander Ford.
We sure do, and we get the same great service even today at Alexander Ford.
Alexander Ford. We were here for you then, here for you now, and long into the future. A difference you can count on.
Over 25 years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology. KMC is made for this journey.
All right, guys, we are back once again here with your next update on Fishgistics. This is the 2021 Best in the Desert Vegas to Reno coverage brought to you guys by F&L Racing Fuel and presented by KMC Wheels all day today. All right, so it is 2 o'clock. It's time for our 4th hour update. And not much to update you guys on. The race is, there wasn't an accident somewhere around the little bit after the start of the race, and they have held cars from going off the start while they get that handled. So most of the classes have started. Half of the turbo or the NA UTVs have started, and then they've held the other half until they deal with the racing incident. So that's what's going on right now. The UTV. A couple of the UTV classes haven't gone off the line yet, and then anyone that was behind them has not started yet either. So if you're waiting, wondering why your car hasn't started yet, just hold on. They're dealing with an incident on course. Once they get that cleared up, they will be able to start the rest of the class. So I don't have any more details on that right now that are public. So we will we'll wait and see what comes out. Once something, if something comes out, you know, hopefully we get a good update. And I'll let you guys know if we hear anything else. But we can go over and look at the map and see where the leaders are. All right, so Bryce Menzies was your leader last update, and he is still leading. He's currently at mile 258. He has a pretty big lead over now second place BJ Baldwin. So it was the 19 Tim Herbst last time we were on here. They had something go wrong just past their pit. They had to turn around and come back to the pit. They are sitting in the pit actually back over here, pit 6. You can see the 19 is at 0 miles an hour. So they had a problem while running in second place. So bummer for the Herbst team. Hopefully they can get it fixed at least and maybe continue on and try to get try to get a finish. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on there. If I get any details on what it is, I will let you guys know. Also, the 43 was down for a while. They lost a bit of time also. I haven't got an update on what was wrong with that car either. Maybe one of you guys can get us informed there. And they say Bryce just passed the 3-wheeler. Yeah, so it took him a little while to catch him. Where was the, let's see, where was it? The 900. I can never find these these ones in here. Let's see, the quad right here, quad A, there it is. All right, so we loaded on here. We can see, yeah, Bryce Menzies is literally passing the 3-wheeler right now. He's on his live feed. You can see he just Bryce's live feed is working again. You can actually rewind his live feed and go back and watch it. I think was the live feed working when he passed him? I looked away for a second. It probably was. So Bryce Menzies has just passed the 3-wheeler. The good news is the 3-wheeler is still moving. They're not stopped. So they are still moving, and that's the update we have on the 3-wheeler for you guys. So they made it to mile 260 so far. Hopefully they can keep going. Now they say the live feed showed it. Perfect. All right. So if you guys missed it, go over to YouTube, go to Bryce Menzies' YouTube channel, and you can drag back the video a little bit, and you can watch him go by it. Actually, here, hang on a second. Maybe we can bring it up for you guys. Hold on a second here. Let me see. We got time, right? Let's see if we can find it. Let's see how far back it was, the 3-wheeler. I'm looking right now. Hold on. I'm gonna try to find the 3-wheeler for you guys. Let's see. Where is it? All right, hold on. I'm trying to find it here. See, okay, they say Connor in that 6200 is top 5 overall. Yeah, that's something else we're gonna keep an eye on. The 6200 car is actually doing having a really good run. They are first place in their class, and they are running 5th overall on time. So that's pretty crazy to keep an eye on the 6200 car today and see where they can finish. I'm trying to get you guys an update on the start, but the start is still paused from what they said. Yeah, somebody says the helicopter's en route. I don't know specifically who it was, but they're getting it handled. Best in Desert has one of the best safety crews out there, the Motorsports Safety Solutions. Those guys are on top of anything that ever happens at a race. So if someone was injured, those guys are definitely on top of it. Like I said, I haven't heard specifically who it was, and I would never put that information out anyways. But they're getting it handled, so hopefully they can get the start of the race going again safely for everybody pretty soon. All right. So anyways, we can look at the Bryce thing later. You guys can go look. They said it happened 3 minutes 15 seconds back, so somebody can go check that out. So Jim McBroom. Okay, so this car came up on the road. When you're looking at this car, that was on the trailer at the pit. So the 97 is actually, BJ is back to 2nd place. So you guys were wondering where BJ was earlier. He is there. He is now back to 2nd place. And in 3rd place, it is Jordan Brenthal, Kyle Jurgensen. They are going to be in 3rd. Behind them, it is now going to be, it looks like Ryan Arciero, because the 38, Eric Husted, you see that red on the bottom. We know that means he's at 0 miles an hour. Yeah, let's see. He's at 0 miles an hour. Behind him, we just said Ken Block and Jax Redline. I think that is Jax in the truck, or he might be getting in at mile, no, that's not Jax yet. He hasn't made it there yet. That's still Ken. And then behind him, Steve Olagus, back to Tracy Graff in the 58. Adam Householder, and Raul Gomez. Now, some of these guys started a little bit farther back, like Adam Householder here. We saw he had a huge dent in his drive shaft during qualifying yesterday, so that made him have to start a little farther back. So remember, this race is determined on time, not the actual physical position that you get to the finish. So let's go over, and this is why I like racing tracks. We're just going to go look. You can pull up, if you go to racingtracks.com, you can pull up their live leaderboard, and then let's put on the trick truck class, and we can see exactly on adjusted times where everybody is. This is not official, but this is usually very close, like within a couple seconds. So if we go back and look at mile 200, which is the last time we have more than just Bryce through, we can see Bryce was there at 3:05. 2nd place was Kyle Jurgensen at 3:11. So Bryce had a 6-minute lead on Kyle Jurgensen at mile 200. And then Tim Herbst, this time we know he stopped, so that's going to be out. He's not going to be there anymore. So Ryan Arciero is probably going to be moved up to 3rd on time. And then check this out. Adam Householder, like I just told you guys, he started a ways back. he's going to be 4th position on time, even though, what was he, like 8th or 9th on road? So we need to keep an eye on him. Adam Householder also just put that new Joe Gibbs motor in his truck for this race, and he has a 6-speed Albins transmission behind it. And he said that thing is a monster. So Adam Householder bringing out a brand new Joe Gibbs motor for this race, and he said it's got some power. So that's the dark horse right there, is Adam Householder. I don't think he's going to catch Bryce if he doesn't have an issue, but if Bryce has an issue, or second place on, it could be any one of these guys. But I'm watching Householder right now. If I'm any one of these guys, that's the guy I'm focused on out of this group right here. He has the power and the skill, and he's been around. He's won races from the back before. He actually won the Silver State 300 a few years ago by starting all the way in the back, and finished pretty far back physically, but then he won on time. So you always got to keep an eye on that. Let's look at some of the times for some of the other classes. 6100. Let's go see. All right, there's only one car through mile 200, so let's go back 50 miles to mile 150 until some more come through 200. We have Christopher Polvardi out front, and then behind him, actually, Brent Fox was ahead on time if you look. He was 26 and 47. He's showing back in front because he's clicked through mile 200. Brent Fox is probably going to come through mile 200 any second now, and then he's going to hop back in front on time. So it was 1st and 2nd. And then Pierce Herbst was 3rd. Grabowski was 4th. Levinson 5th. Blauer 6th. Ray Griffith 7th. And Terry Householder, that's Adam's dad, in 8th position. So that's them. Yeah, Eisenhower's is at mile 164, not moving. So bummer for the Eisenhower guys. They had a good run going a little bit earlier in the day, but it sounds like they've had some issues now, and they are stopped at mile 164 right now and not moving. So that's a look at that class. Going back over here, let's see. So somebody just asked me, I've got to reply real quick here to somebody, give them an update. See, Ken is in about 5th physical, it looks like right now, according to the trackers. So going back to the next class, here's what we were talking about. Connor McMullen right here in the 6200 car. Look at where he is. He's up here with the TTs, but let's go look at his time. So for fun, we go over here. We need to pull up the 6200 class. Now let's look, okay, mile 200. At mile 200, Connor McMullen got there in 3:14. So just remember that, 3:14. Now let's go look back at the trick trucks at mile 200, 3:14. He was ahead of Baldwin. So who was under 3:14? We have Bryce was under 3:14, Jurgensen, and Herbst, which Herbst is now stopped. So that would put him in 3rd position overall, actually. Connor is in 3rd position overall at mile 200 on time, on corrected time. So that 6200 buggy is actually doing very, very well. We're going to keep an eye on him throughout the day. You got to compare the times in the 2 different classes by looking at it. So just keep an eye on that. Now the 6100 cars, we can see that was Christopher right here. And then the other 6200 buggy is actually doing really well also. Look, he's not that far behind Connor. So this buggy's got to be about in the top 6 or 7 overall also, maybe even higher, maybe even top 5 also. So these 6200 buggies it's a class 1 car with a spec motor in it. And they seem to be doing really well, actually. It's kind of a newer class. Not very many cars in the class yet, but if they keep doing this well, I bet you're going to see some class 1 guys or some guys with older class 1 cars maybe put an LS motor in it and come out here and race. That'll be fun to see. So let's see, UTV Pro Turbo. Yeah, we can go look at them. Let me turn some of these other classes off real quick. All right, UTV Turbo. All right, I think we got it now. So they are going to be right here. UTV Pro Turbo. We have Mitch Guthrie is showing as 1st on the tracker. Remember that we can only see cars that are tracking, so this is not official. Someone might not have their tracker working and they could be in 1st place and we wouldn't know it right now. So Mitch Guthrie is 1st on the tracker. Dean Wheeler, actually no, sorry, someone just updated. Ryan Piplick, it looks to be 2nd. Dean Wheeler is going to be 3rd. And then we have Brett Serapis showing in 4th. The 977, Mike Deely in 5th. Austin Weiland is going to be next in 6th, and then Dustin Jones. So that's kind of your top group. And look at Dustin Jones just jumped up in front of a couple of them. So this top group of 7 cars right here is kind of bouncing around. Their trackers all update at different times. The one thing does look correct is it does look like Mitch Guthrie is in front. So I believe that is a correct ping. I don't think any of these guys are going to ping in front of him. So that's going to be that. Someone says, any word on CJ Hutchins? Yeah, he's on the trailer. CJ Hutchins is broke on a trailer in a pit. So bummer for CJ. I don't know what went wrong with it, but I do know I was told he was on a trailer in a pit. So that's not good. Let's look at the NA class. Actually, you know, so the NA class, this is the one that was stopped. So looking up at the NA class, right now we have Josh Rowe is showing in front and Austin Bolton in 2nd, Mia Chapman in 3rd, and then Dallas Gonzalez in 4th. That's going to be your NA class, but that class is going to be kind of messed up right now because half the class didn't start yet. So if you're looking for the NA UTVs, their class is still waiting to start while they clear an incident off the track. So that's going to be a little while there. The class, the other UTV class that did all start, I believe, is going to be the unlimited UTVs. So if we load them, let's see, they're going to be right here. So trying to find the leader. It looks like it's a 2910. Chris Blaze, he was in 1st when we looked earlier. He is still in 1st, but right behind him on his tail is Randy in the 2924. So that's there. Then the 2982. Nicholas Shearer is going to be 3rd. Jim Beaver is back to 4th. I think that's where he started in 4th. Michael Isom in 5th. And we got Mike, the 2958. And then the 2999 driver, if that's their name, is stopped just in the pit, or just past the pit, actually. So that's kind of weird there. So that's a look at the that. Someone says, what page is that showing live tracking? So this is on Racing Tracks, racingtrax.com. Go on there, and then you can look at the live map, and that's also where that leaderboard is, where I got the split times from. It's both on the Racing Track side. So just go on there. And I was just told, thanks Pooch, that CJ lost the converter. So those of you looking for CJ Hutchins, he lost a converter, and he's on the trailer in the pit. So that's what happened to CJ. All right, so let's see. The other class that who else did you guys want to see here? Phil Quintero start. Yeah, Quintero started. We didn't see where he went. I saw his mom was actually watching here. Maybe she knows what happened to Quintero. I haven't seen him up towards the front yet. Let's see, who else are you guys looking for? Yeah, the bikes finished. So the bikes did finish. I think Ricky Brabek got 2nd. The what was it, the 64 or whatever it was, I believe was the first one. Whichever the first bike was, the last update, they were the first to the finish, it looked like. Yeah, so we have a gap now between Bryce and the 3-wheeler. So he's put a little gap on him. Hard to believe, but Bryce Menzies is pulling away from a 3-wheeler. Yeah, what can you say? He's really fast if he can put time on that 3-wheeler like that. But so Bryce Menzies, your race leader. If you just joined us, he's at just past mile 280 right now. Has a huge lead. You can see his pit stop. We just posted that on the Instagram that got sent to us. Thanks to everybody who sent us the videos. Just cruising, clean day. All he's got to do is keep it clean. BJ Baldwin started 2nd. He had a flat tire earlier or something that got him back. He's back in 2nd now. He's passed some cars back, and that's where he is. Ryan Arciero is moving up. He is now in 3rd place. Now this is another truck. This is a brand new Herbst truck rebuild for Ryan and what's his name? I believe I forgot his name right now. The guy that owns it, Ryan's buddy, and they have a big Joe Gibbs motor in there too. So that's another truck to watch. Ryan is no slouch behind the wheel, and they will push that thing. So he's going to be, I would suspect Ryan is going to pass BJ or be on his butt very shortly here. He has more power than BJ, and he's been gaining on him. So I don't see any reason why he's not going to keep gaining on him. Whether he can pass him or not is going to be hard to know. So Jax is now showing in 4th or so, coming into this pit right here. We'll see if they actually pit here. I think, is anyone with Jackson? Yeah, Kyle Washington. There we go. Duh. Kyle Washington is the owner of Ryan Arcero's truck. So the Levi's truck, which now looks like it's the Dragonfly truck. They changed sponsors, but the paint looks the same on the side of it. is what it looked like. Subaru is on Bryce. Yeah, the Subaru. That's what we need to look at. What class was that Subaru in? It was class 8, huh? I totally forgot about the Subaru. Let's go look for it. Where is that Subaru? Class 8 something. Sportsman maybe? Yeah, which one was the Subaru? Was it the 8197? All right, somebody help me out. What was the Subaru? Without looking it back up. What was the number? Oh, you know what? They didn't even start yet because of that incident. That's right. So I think, is this him, 8117? Somebody will look him up. John F. Subaru is 8100. Yeah, which one was he in 8100? Jeff, David, or John? Oh, John F. Yeah, right there, 8197. Okay, so they're still at the start. Due to it being delayed, obviously they're going to be the last car to go off the start is the Sportsman cars like that. So we'll check back in with him a little later. They haven't started yet. So the good news is it's 2:30 and the Subaru is not out of the race yet. So that's really good news. I would have never bet that it would be 2:30 and the Subaru would still be in the race, honestly. So good job. They're still in the race. It'll be fun to check back on those guys a little bit later. All right. So what is the reason for the delay? There was a crash. A car crashed towards the start, and they had to bring the helicopter in. So whenever they do that, obviously you can't have cars starting. So they shut down the start, as they should, to make sure everything was clear and let the safety crew do their job. So once they're able to clear it out and make it safe again, then they will resume the start. So it's going to be a long day for some of these guys that have been delayed at the start. But nothing comes before safety. Safety is priority. This race doesn't mean anything. Everybody just needs to stay safe. So once the course is safe to go again, they will get it going. What is the Subaru class? I found it under Sportsman. If you're looking on the racing tracks, scroll down towards the bottom and look up the Sportsman, and that's where I had found it. So let's see. Oh, okay, another update for you guys. Pat Dean is now driving the Adam Householder truck. All right, so Pat Dean had a problem in the 19. I guess he's driving the Householder truck now. I don't know if that was planned the whole time or not, but that's a good update. So thanks, Pooch. Looking at the 24, this is actually Pat Dean in here now, according to Pooch. So he usually knows what's going on. So definitely keep an eye on the 24 for the rest of the day on the times here. That's going to be something to watch. Let's see, what else are you guys? What race mile was the crash? I don't know specifically. It was somewhere near the start, probably where the cars are stopped. There is what I would assume. That's why they stopped the race at the start line, because it was close to the start. So, all right. Well, I think that yeah, Class 1 update. Oh yeah, sorry, I turned that one off. We got to look at them real quick for you guys. There's so many cars in this race, I have to keep turning some of these classes off, otherwise you can't see anything. You can see already, look, they got covered up. James Dean is your leader still. There you go, Class 1 update. He is 1575. That was, I think it was his brother driving earlier. I don't know what mile, I forget what mile James was getting in the car. He might be in the car now, or he might be getting in right here. Jordan was the one that started in that car, I believe, Jordan Dean. So they're in front, and then it's Sam Berry and Morgan Langley. That's your top 3 in Class 1. All right. So I think that's it for this update. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Big thanks to everyone that makes all these updates possible. You know, King Shocks, F&L Fuel, KMC Wheels, everybody that 4 Parts, everybody that helps us. Big thanks to all them. Satellite Phone Store, everybody. I am looking at Bryce's feed, and it is live again, and it froze again. So in between my feeds, make sure you turn on Bryce Menzies' YouTube. He does have a live feed when it works. Depends on cell phone signal. So they have one in the helicopter, and they actually have a live in-car too. So we'll see. Somebody says, how many monsters today, Fish? I've actually only had 2 today so far. This race isn't as gnarly. You know, the one that I'm not looking forward to, honestly, is the Baja 1000 this year. Because 1,300 miles, I'm going to be awake for probably 48 hours like I was a couple years ago when it was the Peninsula Run. So that one will be a lot of monsters. But after this, I'm going to go have a Michelob Ultra from Alfred, because that's what we do after the race is over. So you guys could do that too. All right, Householder getting right behind him. Yep, they're getting close. He says, is Jack's truck all-wheel drive? No, Jack's truck and Ken Block is in a two-wheel drive. It's a Geyser G6 with a big block. Not a, it's not a Joe Gibbs motor, it's a big block. So there's like 3 different motors, pretty much only 2 motors everyone runs now. They all either run a big block or they run the Joe Gibbs motor. I'm actually watching Bryce's feed right now, and he just went by a couple bikers that were stopped. So yeah, head over to YouTube, pull up Bryce Menzies' channel, and go watch some live action. I'll be back here at 3 o'clock, and we will see you guys back at 3 o'clock for the next update here on